Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. No one is on yet, but it's 6 p.m., so I got to get this out because my son is already super fussy. So let me share my screen. Okay, so welcome to tonight's team call, everyone. I'm so excited to be talking to you again. I feel like it's been a while since we've talked, kind of live chat and stuff like this. So I'm excited to deliver, hopefully, a good message for you tonight, a good training topic. Lots of exciting things as always going on with Beachbody. I'm just going to go over some announcements that's going on, and of course the training topic, a little bit of recognition. So if you didn't know, today is Wednesday, March 23rd. No, why did I put Wednesday? Today's Thursday. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is up with me. Sorry. But today's Thursday, March 24th. I think I put that date because I was finishing up the slides yesterday. Oh well. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so a little bit that's just kind of want to go over what's going to be on the agenda for tonight. Just going to go over some quick team recognition, some quick Beachbody updates that are in the back office. I just pulled that information straight from my back office. Super Saturday details, and of course our training topic, 10 reasons why you're not hitting Success Club. So I just wanted to give a quick little shout out to our newest coach on our team, Brianna Alfonso. So welcome to our tribe. We're super excited to have you. And yeah, I'm so excited to see where you take this. I love that you're a mom, that you're a boy mom, boy mom over here too. So super excited to actually get to see you. I think you're going to be at Super Saturday. So if you get to watch this live, great, I think, or you might even watch the recording. I don't know. But just welcome. We're super excited to have you. Okay, so far this is our Success Club leaderboard. So in order to make it to the leaderboard, you do need to have some Success Club points. So Sarah is in the lead right now with six Success Club points, and Marie has 2 Success Club points. So these are the 2 coaches that we have so far. I would love to see more. We still have like a week and a half, I think, left. What is that noise? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna mute someone. Why would it let me mute you? Okay, there. Sorry, it sounded like rumbling. It was kind of like scary. Okay. So yeah, so in order to make it to the leaderboard, like I said, you just need a few Success Club points, and I just like to recognize you guys, and I like to see you guys up on here. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sorry if I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm trying really hard, but I'm usually not this scatterbrained. But hopefully by now you've seen that the Beachbody On Demand app is finally released. I'll be honest, I have not downloaded it myself. I just feel like I don't need it right now. I just use my desktop, but it is available to you guys now to download. So, you know, because I remember I used to use like my iPad sometimes, and you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt having to log into like Team Beachbody and then get on Beachbody On Demand. So now they have an app for it, which is super cool. And I know that Beachbody has been working on this since like last year. We were at Coach Summit when they talked about it. So it's been a long time in the making. So also they are releasing a new Beachbody Performance Recovery formula flavor. Right now they have just chocolate, which the chocolate honestly is really good, but I love chocolate Shakeology. Now it's kind of like too much chocolate in one day because I was drinking my recovery formula and Shakeology, not together obviously, but I just felt like it was too much chocolate. So I'm really excited to try this new orange flavor. And the cool thing is that I don't know if we have any like old P90X fans here, but we actually have a P90X recovery formula that is orange. It's called Orange Creamsicle, and that stuff tastes so good. Like, it's delicious. Like, I'm a very like citrusy person, so I love anything kind of orange. So I'm excited to see if this formula is going to be very similar to that one. I do know that the Beachbody Performance, like the Energize, this is a new formula, and I don't know if they still have the old formula, but when I tasted this, I was expecting something different, but this tasted very similar to the old pre-workout formula that Beachbody had. So I'm wondering about the recovery orange flavor, if it's going to taste like the P90X recovery formula. So I'm excited about that. Autumn Calabrese is coming out with another freaking program. This girl, I swear, like ever since she came up with the 21-day fix, she did the 21-day fix extreme, and then she did hammer and chisel. And, you know, I'm sure right after hammer and chisel, she started filming for Country Heat. So that is set to be released summer 2016. Don't know how I feel about that yet. I don't know. I mean, cool. Country Heat. It's not that I don't like country music, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like they should have came out with something like more like Zumba type. I don't know, but who knows? I don't want to knock it until I try it. When they released Masters Hammer and Chisel last summer, we were in Nashville at Coach Summit, and I was like, the Masters Hammer and Chisel. I was like, why is that such a corny name? Like, I thought it was so silly. And then I saw Country Heat. I'm like, that's silly too. But now I'm like so in love with Hammer and Chisel. Like, it's like my favorite program right now. So I'm just not gonna knock it. So I might even try it, and I might end up liking it. I don't know. But that's cool. So those are kind of the new updates. I feel like I'm forgetting one that I didn't get to put on here. But I think I talked about that on a few other past calls. The My Challenge tracker, where you can have like a challenge group in an app instead of having people on your Facebook. If you want more information on that, it's in your back office. But I have touched on it in a few team calls, so I just didn't want to talk about it again. Okay, so Super Saturday is coming again. My husband's like, Super Saturday again? I'm like, it's every 3 months. But he's like, 3 months goes by so fast because he has to watch my baby. But okay, so Super Saturday, I was about to say worldwide, countrywide, I guess, is April 2nd. But some, depending on the location, some might be like Super Friday, Super Saturday, or Super Sunday. So the dates could vary. It could be April 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. But we are going down to Huntington Beach. I've been going to Huntington Beach for like, I think like the past, I want to say 2 or 3 Super Saturday events. So it's just kind of cool that I kind of have like a place. But you can get to a Super Saturday anywhere. Like when I first signed up as a coach, my coach, Lindsay, she still lives in South Dakota. So I could have used the excuse of, oh, well, I don't have a local team. My coach doesn't live close to me, but I'm so glad that I didn't use that as an excuse, and I got my butt to a Super Saturday. I took one friend with me. She became a coach. She's still a coach on our team now. She's not really actively working right now, but I did take a friend with me. So I don't want you guys to use that as an excuse. Like if you're not in Southern California with me and you're in a different state, like there's a Super Saturday near you. And if it's an hour or 2 drive, honestly, it's so worth it. Like events are so worth it. And they're honestly like key. It's a key part to your business, being surrounded with other people in person, you know? And so obviously if like we're in different states, like it's not always easy to be in person. So that's why it's so important to get to a local event, because you get to meet other people that are doing the same thing as you, and they just happen to live closer to you. So I actually went down to Orange County. It was a Super Saturday inside a house. It was in her living room. I still talk to that lady that I met at the Super Saturday. She's super cool. But it was in her living room with like 10 people. But I got to an event, you know. Lindsay's like, you know what? She's like, if you're going to make your business a priority, she's like, and you want to grow a big business, she's like, you're not going to miss your first Super Saturday, or you're not going to miss any Super Saturday. So I made it happen, and I went. So if you guys need more information for any coaches on our team that are out of state, I think, Nicole, you already signed up for one, so that's awesome. I'm proud of you. For any of you that are not signed up yet for Super Saturday, there's still definitely time, and I can help you guys find an event near you. Take someone with you. Take your husband, a friend, your mom, whoever. You don't have to go alone, because I know it's probably intimidating because you're going to an event kind of without your team. And I totally understand, because that's how I felt. But once I went, I walked out of there with new friends, and it was just kind of exciting to talk to other people that weren't directly on our team, but they were coaching. So that's exciting. And the thing about Super Saturday is that they go over a lot. Like that's the thing, Beachbody is just like always like throwing stuff at us, like new stuff that they're coming out with. So they're going to have good training topics. Like they record like a whole training series. corporate jumps into the videos, and anyone can share this. So if you get to a Super Saturday and it's only 15 people, like that, the person that's hosting it, they have access to that training video from corporate. So in that video, there's training from like other coaches, and then there's updates, anything that's going on within Beachbody world. It's in that video. So it's just important to be up to date with your business. And if you have the chance and the opportunity to get to a bigger Super Saturday, kind of like this one, it's cool because sometimes corporate comes out, or they have like celebrity trainers. And so we get to do a live workout. But for the most part, any Super Saturday, they always have a live workout. The coaches will have Shakeology. So it's just a good time. It's a few hours, and it's totally worth it. Okay, so now I want to get into kind of the meat of the call. So make sure you guys are taking notes. And I just want to preface by saying that like anything that I'm about to say, like I don't want anyone to take anything to heart. Like if maybe you're doing this or you have done this in the past, like I don't want you to feel like I'm pinpointing you or something. If anything, just learn from my experience. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I know it all, but I have been doing this longer than everyone on our team. So I have seen a lot. I have learned a lot. I have invested in a lot of, business training and professional development, all that stuff. But like I said, I'm not perfect in any way, but there's just a lot of things that sometimes I see with our newer coaches that tends to happen, which is normal because you guys are new coaches. And that stuff that I used to do in the past, it didn't quite work. So of course I want to shorten your learning curve. So just don't take anything to heart and just soak it all in. I just want to be able to mentor you guys and lead by example, and to just kind of, lead the way for you. So let's get started. Okay. So of course, again, 10 reasons why you're not hitting Success Club. It was really hard to come up with these reasons because sometimes I feel like I could come up with more, and sometimes it could be very unique to every person. But this is just kind of the best that I could do. So hopefully you can relate to a few, and you can kind of tweak whatever you're doing and kind of improve anything that you're doing now so that you can continue to see results and success in your business. Okay, so number one, the number one reason, not the number one reason, but I guess I'll just say number one. So you may not be hitting Success Club because you haven't been consistent or consistent enough. So what do I mean by that? So break it down. You really have to think like, have I really been consistent with my daily activities? The 3 vital behaviors. What are the 3 vital behaviors? Drinking your Shakeology every day, being proof that the products work. Well, that goes hand in hand. Working out and Shakeology is being proof the products work. Inviting every single day, and personal development. So those are the 3 vital behaviors that you should be doing that without a doubt every single day. So maybe you're not being consistent with your post. You cannot expect to post one time and think that the whole world sees your post. Honestly, you guys, like we're in a fast-paced like generation. Like people are busy, people forget, people are on their phones like scrolling. Just think about yourself, like when you have some downtime and you're on your phone, how fast do you scroll on your phone? And what is it? What are kind of the things that catch your attention? So you have to think like your customer. Like people are, like they're on the go. They have kids. They're busy. They have a few minutes to scroll through Facebook. If you post one time, you can't think like, oh, everyone saw about my challenge group, but no one has joined. No one has messaged me. You guys have seen me. Like I like to be in people's faces. Like I legit like to post 3 to 5 times a day because I know like it's important. Any top coach in this company will tell you post 3 to 5 times a day. As far as having a full-time job and working and stuff, it's very doable. There's a lot of coaches that still have their careers and they still make it happen. It's kind of in between the cracks. Sometimes it takes less than 5 minutes to kind of, when you walk into the bathroom or whatever, before work, after work, like you can make it happen. Maybe 5 times might be too much, but at least 3 to 4 times a day. And I will say it doesn't have to be every single day, but consistently. Okay. There's days where I don't post, sometimes I'll post once a day, but I've built up a lot of momentum that I can take. I don't want to say a day off or whatever, but there can be like 1 or 2 days out of my week where I only have to post maybe once or twice to kind of have like that social media presence. But you have to build up to that. Otherwise, like, people just don't know what you're about. They don't know what you're doing. So 2 of them at least, not about Beachbody, about you, who you are. Are you a mom? Are you a busy woman? Are you a wife? Or what do you do for work? Like who are you? So post about like you and what you're doing. One of them does have to be about either health, fitness, or wellness. And this doesn't have to be always a picture of you working out. It doesn't have to be a workout video. It could be like a picture of you drinking your Shakeology, or it could be a picture of you eating your lunch, or you at the grocery store, like little things like that. Like you're promoting like fitness and wellness and just kind of taking care of yourself. Like me, like the other day I posted, it was kind of a goal of mine that I cut out soda, and it's been close to like 80, I think more than 80 days now. No, I don't know. That I cut out soda basically. And I did like a comparison of, now I'm drinking like sparkling water or whatever, but that was a goal, but that's kind of promoting wellness, because I decided to cut out soda, and, that was just kind of, for me that day, that was kind of like a wellness post, because I was talking about my goals and I did talk about my health. So I hope you guys kind of understand that part. But at the end of the day, the more you post, the more results. So what do I mean by this? I mean, it's just being consistent every single day. The more that you're sharing about you and your life and, just who you are, like the more people are going to get to know you, the more people are going to, kind of know what you're about. And it's very important that you guys start to grow an audience. The more eyeballs that are on your challenge group posts and stuff like that, the better, obviously, because it's going to get to a point where if you're not consistently, this goes back to being consistent. Maybe you're not hitting Success Club because you've already exhausted through all of your friend lists and you're not adding new friends, or you're not attracting new followers to your Instagram. Like if you're not being consistent in posting, you're not going to attract new followers. If you're not consistent with posting on Facebook, if you go and add someone and they go through your feed, they're not going to want to add you because they're like, oh, she posts like once in a blue moon. You know what I mean? So you have to be consistent with everything. And this is so true because I love Instagram. Like it's my jam. And for me, like I follow people, and if I notice that they stopped posting, I will unfollow them because I'm like, oh, well, they're not really posting anymore. Why should I follow them? And so that was kind of like a reality check for me. I'm like, well, like I need to stay consistent. Like you need to have a social media presence. Like even if, I know sometimes stuff happens, but even if it's that one post, like talk about how shitty your day was and show people that you're real, that you're a real person and stuff happens to you. So I think I feel like you guys get the point, but you need to be consistent in your daily activities. Okay, number 2, you're being salesy. So one of the reasons why you may not be hitting Success Club is because you're probably being salesy. So you're trying to be like Beachbody Corporate. You are not a marketing department. So basically what I mean by this is using stock pictures. I'm not saying that it's bad, but to be honest, like people want to see you. Stock pictures, I don't know if you guys have noticed, they don't really get a lot of likes. They don't really get a lot of, interaction and stuff like that because people, they don't really have an emotional connection. And although those pictures are great and they're pretty and we love them, and as coaches, we're like, oh, that picture is so pretty of like Hammer and Chisel or Shakeology or whatever, that stuff doesn't work and it comes off salesy. Like I know for me, when I'm scrolling my newsfeed and I see like those It Wraps posts and stuff, and it's just like that picture of like the box and the wraps and stuff, like I'm not attracted to that. Like if I see someone like wearing the wrap, like I might stop and like actually read what they have to say. So really take a look at what you're posting because it might be coming off as salesy. So don't kill your credibility by posting stock pictures. Take your own pictures. Okay, number 3, you haven't invited clearly. So this can get a little technical, but I'm going to try to keep it simple. Okay, so when you're inviting people, if it's through direct messaging, if people tell you, you know what, I'll go ahead and let you know when I'm ready, I'll get back to you. I always tell people, oh, that's great, that's awesome. I wouldn't want to, miss. Like I usually tell people, like I don't want to say wouldn't want to forget about you, but like I don't want to miss you or something like that. So I'll say, is there a date that I could follow up with you? Like, is there a day that like that might work best? And 9 times out of 10 people tell me, yeah, 3 weeks from now, maybe on the 19th. And then they give you a date and then they're giving you permission to follow up with them on that date. Right? So when you're like, say you sent the invite and people are like, you know what? Yeah, that looks fine. That looks great. But I'll let you know. It's like, well, you know, like you kind of need some closure. So you tell them like, okay, well, is there a date that I can follow up with you? And 9 times out of 10 people will say yes, and they'll give you a date. And sometimes they'll say, yeah, 3 weeks from now. So then I'll pick a date. So I'll look at my calendar and I'll pick 3 weeks from now. I'll be like, okay, is the 17th okay? No, maybe the 19th. Okay, so the 19th. Boom, you have a date. So you sent the invite, but you were clear and specific with that person that, you know, like you're going to follow up with them, basically. So, okay, so sometimes when I post publicly, like I do a lot of like I call them like my promo posts. You guys have probably seen them. I do say, you know, message me, or I'll say, you know, apply to my group and here's a link. But I never at the end of my challenge group post say, let me know if you're interested. It's very, very rare. Like I don't think I've used that in a long time. And then like we already touched bases on, I'll get back to you, but you can't rely on those messages. So just don't put, let me know if you're interested. If someone comments on what you're doing and you guys talk about like a program or Shakeology or whatever, like you can't say, let me know if you want more information. Like I always send them a message and I want to know why they want more information, right? And so maybe ask yourself right now, has there been a time, you know, within the past week, have you said, let me know, and then you just never heard back from that person? It happens. So you got to go for the ask. So that's kind of basically like you go for the ask. Like if people say, let me know, or I mean, I'll let you know when I'm ready or whatever, go for the ask and say, well, when can I follow up with you? And kind of carry that confidence and say, well, when can I follow up with you? We just talked about all your goals. You say you're kind of interested. When can I follow up with you? Like, when do you think you'll be ready? And go for the ask. Okay, so number 4, you are double dipping. This has happened in the past. I don't think it's really happening right now, but we have had some cases where we've had coaches try to join another MLM company, and that is actually against Beachbody policy, their policy rules. So it's you're just confusing people. Like if you're trying to sell like essential oils and Beachbody or wraps and Beachbody, like it's just not going to work. People are going to be like, well, like which one do you like the most? Like what are you really passionate about? Like you're just going to send the wrong message and people are going to try to think that you're just trying to make money. So this applies pretty much to any other multi-level marketing company, anything that you can think of. The Jamberry, like the nails, like the oils, the wraps, any other marketing company that you could think of, just you can't double dip. Like you can't like pick one. Okay. Number 5, you are posting too many links or you're sharing too many links or videos. So if you share everyone else's stuff, you are directing your market to that other person. Come up with your own unique post. You have value to share. So I've seen this a lot in the past with coaches, and you know they just don't feel credible enough to post about their experience or what they think about Shakeology or the 21 Day Fix or whatever, and they feel the need to share like my posts, and that's great. Like I'm not saying you can't do it, but I want people to come to you, you know, and like if you share my stuff or if you see other coaches and their post was great and their picture was so beautiful and then you share it, like that's awesome that you're supporting that coach and that, you know, you love their post or whatever, but you're directing your market to go to them. If it's a really good post, we're going to be like, oh, I'm going to go follow that person then. Because she's sharing like, you know, her link or whatever, her post or her picture, whatever it is. Videos too, like sharing videos as much as you guys think they're funny, just don't do it. It clogs up your newsfeed. And when if you're adding people consistently on Facebook, you know, other women or moms that you might be, say you're a part of like a mom group on Facebook and you sent them a friend request and then they go through your newsfeed and you have like just a bunch of videos that you think are funny, like it doesn't look clean, you know, like there's no consistent message and they don't know who you are. And so they're not going to add you. But if they go through your feed and you have tons of picture with your kids and your spouse and you're working out and you're taking like these nice pictures of your food and like you're sharing like weight loss transformations, like they might actually consider it, right? versus you having a bunch of links and share and share and share. And then, you know, like it just doesn't work. And then I also want to touch about posting too much about a single product. It kind of becomes white noise to people. So just kind of be very careful. I would suggest kind of, if in your planner, use the team calendar kind of as a guide of like what to post on certain days. But if you look at a calendar and you post like, you know, these days I'm going to talk about my story. These days I'm going to post about Shakeology. These days I'm going to post about my challenge groups, kind of how I have it. It kind of gives you a visual of like how much you're sharing about one single thing. And you might even be surprised. Like you might think like, oh, I'm sharing too much about this, or I'm not sharing enough about this. So just be very careful, because people are like, you know, they become like white noise, and just think about the stuff that kind of annoys you on social media, right? Like if you see your friends posting too much about a certain thing, you're like, all right, I get it, you know? So it's just constantly trying to be like unique and creative with our posts. Okay, so number 6, Sarah, forgive me for this, but I don't want you to think that I'm like picking on you or whatever, but it's just it's a good example because I see you consistently doing this. And I know I've probably told you this in the past, but you probably forget, which is fine, mom brain. So number 6. So one of the reasons why you may not be hitting Success Club is because people aren't seeing your posts. So what does this mean? You're posting straight from Instagram to Facebook. So yes, it's super easy to be on Instagram and then you make a post and then you hit on Facebook so that it posts to 2 platforms at the same time. Like that's awesome. And like her moms were like, yes, the quicker the better, right? But it just, don't do that because Facebook lowers your affinity. So what is your affinity? Affinity just means your popularity on Facebook. If you use a third-party tool, if Facebook sees that you're posting from Instagram, they're going to lower your affinity and less people are going to see your posts. So I never, ever, ever, and I learned this from Chalene Johnson like almost 2 years ago. And ever since she told me, because she's like a social media badass, I never, ever, ever do it again. Ever. Even if it takes me a few minutes sometimes to log out of Instagram and go on Facebook. And all I do is I always go to Instagram first and I make my post. If I like it, whatever, I copy it. I copy like the text and I obviously have the picture saved already. I post to Instagram, log out, log into Facebook, and create a separate post. I never post from Instagram to Facebook because I know that's going to lower my affinity. And I, of course, every single time I post, I want the most people that I can get their eyeballs on my post, on every single post. I'm going to mute you again. Okay. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, so I just kind of put on here, Facebook gives priority if you post straight from Facebook. So that they're going to be like, okay, they're using Facebook. You know, we're going to give this person priority and, you know, we're going to higher their affinity and more people are going to see their post. So here you see on Sarah's, I went to her Facebook and all of her pictures and her posts are, I know that she's posting straight from Instagram. And she still gets likes and stuff, but I just know from like not statistic, but from like behind the scenes, like the way like everything works with Facebook and stuff, she still has a lower affinity. So I bet your butt if she posted like her transformation picture, which is completely like ridiculously awesome from Hammer and Chisel, if she posted that directly to Facebook and not from Instagram, she would get more likes. She would get more eyeballs on her pictures. Okay, so number 7, you are posting links to buy products. I don't think I've seen this within our team lately or recently, but this is just for any of our new coaches that are coming on. Sometimes they get excited and they just kind of post a link. So the whole point is to build a relationship with people. So you don't want to be posting links on your posts because that's just saying like, come buy my stuff, like click here and come buy my stuff. So as far as like the enrollment and ordering process, like that is always done through messages. You never want to post your direct websites, any kind of links, unless it's like a link like the one that I use for, you know, that I have people apply for my groups. That's fine. Because when people go to that, they're not being asked to buy anything. They're being asked to share their goals with me. So I just kind of put on there, can't post links and expect people to throw their money at you. Get to know people and their goals through messages, invite them to your next challenge group, and recommend a challenge pack. So I guess I could kind of touch into this now that we're talking about it. But I've had people come to me. I just had someone text me today, and she wants just Shakeology, but I know that a challenge pack offers a lot more value. So I got kind of a random text. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of form her, see what she's been up to. Why is she interested in Shakeology? Like, what is she doing as far as like her health and fitness? Is she a gym goer? Is she doing stuff at home? Is she a runner? So I kind of want to get to know her, because I know that in the end, like, say she just wants to get started, like, I just want to start eating healthy, and that's why she wants Shakeology. Well, for $10 more, she can get a challenge pack, like one of the challenge packs that we have on sale this month, right? For $10 more, because Shakeology alone is $130, and we have $140 challenge packs. So I try to like get to know the person and ask them like, well, what's really going on? Like, why are you interested? And then I tell them, well, like, would you be interested in like getting an actual whole new fitness program plus your Shakeology for $10 more? And I've had a lot of people say, yeah, they had no idea that they could get both. What happened?
Sorry.
Well, I'm still going. Is he crying? Here. Say hi. Look. Look, you see the little boy with the red shirt on? Okay, so I'm just going to speed through. We have 3 left, so I think he'll be okay. So number 8, you aren't confident enough. So one of the reasons why you may not be hitting Success Club is because you're not confident. And that's okay. Confidence does take time. And you definitely have to work at it. It's not like, oh, we're all just born super confident, especially like, running a business and being a coach and talking about products. Like, that definitely takes a lot of confidence. Stay with Bree. Okay, so you need to pinpoint first why you're not confident. So really dig deep and ask yourself questions like, are you truly confident when when you're sharing about Shakeology? Are you truly confident when you're, if you're talking to someone about the 21-day fix? Are you being confident? Or are you kind of like scared? And the one thing that I learned from Danny Johnson too is that if you think what we have to offer is expensive, people can sense that and they're going to think it's expensive. Right? So you need to be confident when you need to, it's like, what is it? I'm trying to think of like, kind of the way you carry yourself, even through messages. It's crazy. Like, you might think like, oh, it's just online. It's just a message. People can't really sense it, but it comes off in your conversations. Just the terminology that you use. So I have on here, you don't fully believe in yourself. So the only way that you can work on that is through personal development, reading books and listening to audios and podcasts. Are you getting results? So are you confident enough in your results? Are you confident enough in our products? If you don't feel confident, because you might think like, well, I don't really know a lot about Master's Hammer and Chisel. Well, you need to teach yourself about the program. That's the only way that you can be confident when you're talking to someone about it. If someone asks you, if they see T25 on the TV and they come to you because they know that you're Beachbody coach and you're like, well, I don't really know. Like, before you answer them, go look it up, and teach yourself what the program is really about so that you can give them good feedback with confidence. So are you embarrassed? Are you worried of what people might think? Are you embarrassed to talk about your health and fitness, the business, stuff like that? Are you constantly in fear of coming off as salesy or pushy? I know this is something that's like within our team that's pretty big right now. I know this because I talk to you guys all like individually, and a lot of you have a fear of coming off as salesy or pushy. So if you have that fear in your conversations, you're coming off that way, and it's all about mindset. So I hope that kind of like really sinks in. You're constantly in this fear of coming off as salesy or pushy, or I don't really want to, oh, you just messed up my slide. I don't want this person to think that I'm coming off salesy. I don't want this person to think that I'm coming off pushy or whatever. You're going to come off that way. If you're coming off as like, wow, like I'm so excited to talk to this person because I'm going to share with them like this gift that I found, through Beachbody or through the 21-day fix or through Shakeology. And that's just kind of the confidence that you need to carry in your conversations. Okay, 2 more and we're done. 2 more, okay? Number 9, you don't have a transformation yet. So are you working hard to get results? Are you sharing? Well, let me just finish like 5 more minutes because it's going to cut me off. Go through that. We're almost done. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I'm sorry, guys. It's like I try to pick like a time that's like good for everyone, and then all of a sudden, like, he's usually not fussy or tired till like 7 or 8 p.m. and it's like 6:30, and all of a sudden he's like crying. Like, whenever I need to do something, kids just want to be with mama. Okay, so let me go back. So one of the reasons why you may not be hitting Success Club yet is because you don't have a transformation yet. So ask yourself, are you truly working hard to get results? Like, it's just like, it's kind of like a reality check that we need to give ourselves. If you are getting results, are you sharing those with people publicly? Like, if you're not sharing with people what you're doing, people don't know. Like, they don't know. You need to share. Like, you guys need to just get that fear out of your head and just think about how much your life has changed because someone on our team, whoever your coach is, decided to share their journey. That's honestly like why you're on our team, because someone was courageous enough and bold enough to share their story publicly on social media, and that's why we're all a team now, right? So think about the people that are following you. They need to see your story. They need to see your struggles. They need to see your results. They need to see if you gained 5 pounds. You need to share that. I've done that before and it sucks, but it's just being real with people, being relatable. People relate to progress, not perfection. Okay, so share the little successes. No, you don't need to have a 50-pound weight loss. If it's just 3 pounds, 5 pounds, you know what? It's day 7 and I'm feeling so energetic. Share that. You know what? I used to skip breakfast, but like now I'm drinking like my chocolate superfoods on the go. Like, I'm driving to work and now I know that I'm fueling my body. Those are little successes that you can share. And of course, sharing your physical progress, like with any program that you're doing, is important. So I basically put on here, hi, look at week 3, like, sharing that on social media. And then hi, look at month 2. People, you'll grow on people and they're going to want to follow your journey. So keep sharing that with people because they do want to see it, because people are inspired by your posts. So strive for progress, not perfection. And I just want to say that helping people does take guts, but, I just want to encourage you to be bold and courageous and to share your story and your transformation and any results and stuff like that that's going on. Okay, so number 10, last one. You are not in your pictures. So maybe you're taking too many pictures of other things. And again, it's just kind of finding that balance. And I've learned this through trial and error. Like, I went through a phase where I was just posting pictures of things, like not myself. And sometimes we do that because we don't feel confident. We might have a lot of acne going on, or we don't feel confident in our skin or whatever, and so we're not physically in the picture. We take pictures of things. But again, people follow you for you. They want to see your face. They want to see you with makeup. They want to see you without makeup. So again, you can go outside, do a workout post, snap a picture. I put workout post, but I meant like a workout pose. If you're into yoga, you could do that, or you could try doing workout videos like I have. That honestly does take practice. I wish you guys can go back to like my older videos. Like, where I'm at now it's taken a lot of practice as far as like my videos and stuff like that. Take pictures of your meal prep. Like, you can like have like a picture of you like with your meal prep in the back or whatever, or a picture of you in the grocery store with your kids, buying healthy meals, a picture of you drinking your superfoods. Not too many though. Again, just be kind of wary of how many pictures you're posting about that. No stock photos, no stock photos from Beachbody. If you see something from Beachbody you like, take it and make it your own. Take a picture of you and doing whatever's in the picture or whatever, Post once a day about fitness, wellness, and get creative. I kind of already talked about that. Okay, so I think we are done. I'm sorry, I had to go really fast. I have like 2 minutes left. How do I get out of here? How do I stop my share? Oh, right here. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you real quick. Okay, so was that kind of helpful?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
So I'm glad that it was helpful and that you guys got some new insight. Hopefully you have some new ideas, creative juices flowing. But these might be some of the reasons why you're not consistently hitting Success Club for the coaches that are on live and for the coaches that might be watching the recording later. And honestly, it's just taking a reality check. Sometimes you might be saying that you're inviting and you're really not. And I'm saying this because I used to do this. Like my coach would check in with me. She'd ask me like what my numbers were looking like. And sometimes I would lie because I was scared to disappoint her and I didn't want her to think less of me. But just you need to constantly have that reality check with yourself. And if you say you're posting, are you really posting? If you say you're inviting, are you really inviting? And I constantly have to do this with myself. Like I have to give myself a reality check and ask myself, like, well, am I really doing that? And that's kind of what happened with Hammer and Chisel. Like I kind of stopped getting results. And as much as I would kind of share my story, like I asked myself, well, I'm not really getting new results. I jumped into a new program. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for hopping on. I appreciate your time. And I'm glad that you guys found this. All right, so I'm going to end the meeting now, okay?
Okay.
Did you have a question, Jessica?
Bye.
Did you guys have a question or no?
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Bye bye.